Hello, I'm Natalie MacDonald for the Finance News Network. Joining me now from Tesserent is Managing Director Keith Glennan. Keith, welcome to FNN.
Thanks, Natalie. It's great to be here.
Keith, can you start by giving us an introduction to Tesserent?
Yeah, Tesserent's a managed security company, so we deliver the security, firewall, web filtering, email filtering for our customers. We deliver it all as a service. We look after all of the software, the hardware and the support.
Thanks, Keith. Now to your business in more detail. Can you explain your different offerings, starting with managed network security services?
So for managed network security, we will either deliver that on the customer's network, in our cloud, in a hybrid on the data center, but we will sit down with the client, we will work with them to understand their requirements, we will configure a solution, and then we will own that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll manage that for them, and we'll deliver the outcomes as they change their requirements. We'll change the configuration, but it's managed, monitored, maintained by us 24 hours a day.
And also software licensing.
So for the software licensing, we've got partnership deals with a number of partners around the world who take our core software offering, and then they use that to manage the security of their customers in the way that we do it for our customers in Australia. We license it for them, so we license to the UK, we license to Hong Kong, we license into Korea. So we have partners around the world that will run their managed security business on our platform.
Thanks, Keith. Now to your acquisition of Blue Reef. What do they do and how will this complement your offering?
So we have a number of customers already in the education vertical. It's a really important market for us, and Blue Reef is a specialist in education. So they have about 150 customers, purely education focused, so they have a very deep understanding of the education market. There's some things in the cybersecurity area, as you can imagine, with students, a lot of sensitive data, duty of care, so they're specialists in understanding those requirements. It really complements everything that we're already doing in that space.
And what are the consideration in terms of the purchase?
We're paying just under $3.6 million for all of the assets of the business. $1 million of that is in cash, so $500,000 up front and then 2 tranches of $250,000 over the next 12 months and about $2.6 million in shares.
And will the transaction be EPS accretive in FY16?
Well, there's only 7 weeks left in FY16, so we're only going to be able to recognise those remaining 7 weeks of the year. But yes, the transaction will be earnings accretive.
Now let's take a look at the finances. Tesserent listed in February, raising approximately $7 million. Where are the funds going, and what is the company's long-term strategy?
So we retired some debt. There's about $1.3 million of debt in the business that we retired. We wanted to operate on a debt-free basis. Really our priorities are expanding our sales and marketing, some infrastructure investment to grow our cloud delivery, and ongoing research and development.
And what were your highlights from your first half 2016 and expectations for the full year also?
Look, we closed some really good deals in the first half of this financial year. We implemented a $1.5 million deal over 3 years for one of our biggest customers. We consolidated our technology, and I guess a lot of the work for the first part of this financial year was really around getting the IPO done. We completed that in mid-February, and that's really the platform for growth going forward.
Last question then, Keith. Where would you like to see the company this time next year?
That's a good question. We've got aggressive growth goals. Obviously, we've done this acquisition, which increases our headcount, increases our customer reach. We've got opportunities, both ourselves and through the Blue Reef acquisition, into Asia, into the US. We've already got a good customer base in the UK. So we're certainly looking to expand on all of those things. And as we said in the prospectus, part of our strategy, we expect to be acquisition driven. This is a very acquisition driven space, and we'd like to do a bit more consolidating and and keep going the way we're going.
Keith Glennan, many thanks for the update.
Thank you, Natalie.